All right, welcome to this week's version of the Rift. All right, we've got a great lineup with us today, and today's theme is all about sci-fi. So I asked a bunch of people to give me some topics on sci-fi, and we have the Wheel of Destiny right here. So as you can see, there are a lot of topics to choose from, and the wheel shall decide which topic you get. So who wants to be our first victim? Nobody?
Huh?
Nobody wants to be the first victim?
I'll go
hand.
first.
Huh?
Oh.
Okay. Okay. No, you can. You can.
Okay.
You're a guest. You go first.
Okay, who's going first?
He is.
I put up my hand. I didn't know if you didn't see it or not.
Okay, yeah, I can't see right now from the view I'm in. All right, here we go. Okay. And it is Shrink Ray. All right, you got
Shrink Ray.
5 minutes on the clock whenever you're ready.
All right. I guess back in the day when they were trying to come up with early sci-fi, I guess they're figuring out like how can we like superimpose things on screens to make things look bigger or smaller. So you either had things where you had Attack of the 50-Foot Woman, which was kind of my last date, or you have situations like where you have people get really small and we have people to see shrink things. And like, why would you ever, if you have the technology, why would you invest the technology into making things smaller? Why is that something that you would go for? Surely the solution is to make things bigger so that you technically have more of it. I don't want a device that's going to make my cheeseburger or something smaller. I want something that'll make the cheeseburger bigger so that everybody is going to be able to get a bite of this huge cheeseburger, this huge amount of food. You could solve all the world's problems just by making a lot of things bigger, and then everybody can have a little bit of it. So like instead of like having a diamond, you'd have instead of a smaller diamond, you'd have a huge diamond, and you could cut off bits and pieces of it and everything. But I guess that's one of the few things, and then they would make it smaller, make people smaller, because a scientist thinks that somehow this would make everything better somehow. But really, it's just an excuse to have like superimposed images of like this little person like interacting, like being faced off with like a cat or like being chased by rats or something, and they're like, oh, they're so big. I'm being chased by stock footage. But really, it's just like a guy just running around trying to be like a director telling him, yeah, so you're you're going to be 6 inches tall. So you're pretending like you're being chased by like a mouse or something. And the actor's like, I really went to Juilliard and I went to acting school and this is what I'm doing with my life now. But I mean, it's not like it's gotten too looked down upon. I mean, you look fast forward and you got like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, and apparently that's like a cult classic movie now. Right now, maybe the whole idea of me having coming up with shrink rays to shrink things is just maybe something in our hearts that we just would be happier if all our problems would be smaller. And I think that's all that we can hope for as we go forward. And we could just make a shrink ray, just shrink this year so we can get through it faster, and maybe we'll be able to get through our problems a lot quicker. Really, that's all I got on that one. So I'll just call it a day. And if anything, at least look on the bright side. At least my riff was short. Bye.
All right, thank you, Andy. All right, good job, good job. Okay, yeah, I honestly wish that we had a shrink ray to shrink down last year. That would have been a lot of fun. That would have made this a lot more entertaining.
Mhm.
All right, who wants to go next? Okay.
Okay. I'll go. I'll go.
But you really need to work your visual here.
Then I'll do Lee.
I'll do it.
All right. All right, Nina, welcome, welcome, welcome.
I'll do it. Let's go.
Oh, okay, Lee. All right, Lee and then Nina. Okay. Man, this wheel goes on forever. right, it shows aliens for you. Okay, Lee. Let's change this back. All right, Lee, whenever you're ready, 5 minutes.
What was it? I didn't see it. I didn't see it. What was it?
You have
Where the wheel
aliens.
stop?
Lee, you have aliens.
I
You have
have
aliens.
who? Aliens. Okay, ready. Aliens. Wow. You know, I went to school with a kid once. They used to call him Aaron the Alien. You know, he had like weird ears, but I think aliens are cool. I think aliens a great word. I would certainly welcome any aliens into the country. I think you know, it's different, it's good, new people, new terrestrials, you know, aliens from Mars, pot, and you know, drink White Claw. That would make them even cooler. Hey, guys are from the moon, women are from Mars. I think that's a book or a movie. So you know, again, more aliens. You know, who doesn't know an alien? We all know somebody that's not from this country. Aliens, like I say, I think aliens are good. And hey, there's proof now that there's life on other planets. So we know that aliens are coming. There's this cool commercial for, I forget the car, that somebody's actually driving it on the moon. So pretty soon, right? You know, new car, go to the moon, test drive it. Sounds cool to me. Maybe meet some aliens. There used to be a commercial with this thing called cool to be on the moon, and you know, you're trying to pick up, you know, somebody and you say, hey, you know, nice antlers or nice antennas, you know. I mean, wouldn't that be cool? Uh just, you know, like I say, I'd love to know some aliens that's really aliens, you know, that have things that grow out of their head and that can disappear when they get ready or change color, things like that. That would be so cool. So I'm all for aliens. And again, you know, like Aaron the alien back in 3rd grade, I think it was, he was actually a nice guy. So let's all embrace the alien in us and the aliens that we might know or that we hope to know someday. And you know, maybe we can make this day as be good to an alien day or something like that in the future. How about it, gang? All right, and I think that that'll do it for my riff. Thank you for aliens.
All right, Lee, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I don't know about anyone else, but did the movie Alien scare the bajangas out of anybody here? That movie was insane. Okay, first of all, just seeing something come out of another person's chest, but then they added that whole element where they didn't even tell the actors that they were going to have something spring out of another person's chest. So could you even imagine you're coming into work and you're like, oh yeah, we're making this really cool alien movie. And then they're like, all right, so everybody's going to sit around and you're just going to have lunch. You're just going to talk and chit chat. It's like, yeah, okay. And then all of a sudden somebody starts choking. You're thinking, oh crap, my buddy's choking. And then all of a sudden this thing sprays out of you. No. That would have to be like, I got to leave the set right here, right now. I'm done.
Yeah, I think that was John Hurt, right? That first one where it bursts out of his chest. And actually in Alien Resurrection, the 4th one, Ripley, Sigourney Weaver, she has that scene where she takes the basketball and she like throws it behind her head and makes the shot. And that was real. It's the only good part of that movie. And Alien 3, which is directed by David Fincher, also sucks. But there's this cool thing with the Aliens movies where they have this auteur thing going on where like Ridley Scott directed the first one, James Cameron the second one, David Fincher the third one, and Jean-Pierre Jeunet directed the 4th one. So that was kind of a cool thing. Like each one was directed by like a different really good director, which I really like. But yeah, 3 and 4, totally give those a miss because they suck.
That usually is what happens to sequels. I mean, Godfather 1, superb. Godfather 2, excellent. Godfather 3, we did not need to make that. We could have put that back down. We could have left that alone. We could have
I
left.
think didn't they re-release that recently? I think they re-edited it somehow in a way that somehow allegedly makes it make more sense.
They did. It was like, they're like, this is the one Francis Ford Coppola actually wanted you to see. But it's like, guys, the horse has been out of the barn on that one for like 30 years. You're a little too late. Nobody's interested anymore.
I thought the horse was in the bed. I thought that was the whole.
There it is.
The body was out of the barn.
Okay, great.
Dead body barn.
I haven't seen them.
The body barn. Huh.
Body barn. Yes, that is exactly what they call it. That is exactly what they call it.
Hey, but
all right.
Thanks for giving a shout out to Sigourney Weaver. I mean, I really think she's one hot lady, you know, or she was. So thanks for that.
She is a very powerful, skilled, talented, smart lady who can do whatever the fuck she chooses.
And there it is. And that is how we're going to introduce Nina, who is strong, powerful, can do whatever the fuck she wants. And I would like to also add, she's the one who made sure that if you voted by mail, all your votes got in on time. All right, Nina, are you ready?
Yes, I'm here. I'm ready.
All right, Nina, here we go. Let's spin that wheel. Ooh.
Space invasions.
Space invasions. All right, Nina, whenever you're.
Okay. Space invasions. I feel like the past 4 years have been invaded by aliens from some crazy fucked up planet, but we're not going to get into that. Space invasions. Looks like Elon Musk is space invading Mars. They have cars. Tom Cruise got the first ticket, you know, and what is the world coming to? I feel like this is something we should not mess with because we don't know what is going to come out of this, who we're going to contact by creating Whole Foods and fucking Planet Fitness and LA Fitness, you know, creating all these things on Mars. We don't know what is going to happen. You know, what if the people from the underground, they come up and they're like, yo, what the fuck is this? Trader Joe's, what the hell is this? And, you know, they annihilate us and come to America and do the same thing. So we do not need to do any space invading. But I would like to have a conversation with an alien. You know, I'm not going to lie. I think it'd be very insightful, you know, if I get to, you know, see like, well, hey, how do you all live? Do you all have some of the same issues we suffer from? I don't know, like taxes, you know, we have to pay for our education. We have to pay for healthcare. Do you all struggle with the same things, or is it, you know, just all telepathically? And, you know, you want a new heart and then bam, you got a new heart, you know, because if so, I would like to get involved with that shit. But space invading and aliens and space seems like a way better place than our current climate. So, hey, I wouldn't mind it. But only one thing I do request that they have in for the space invaders would have to be weed. You know, if there's no weed out there, count me out. You know, what the hell else, you know, will we do in space? You know, I feel like if we're traveling through space and time, you would definitely want a little blizzy, a little jointy joint there, you know, to make it even better, you know, on your travels. But enough about space invading. That's my time. Peace.
Hey.
All right, good job. You
I
know,
have one thought that I just got so nervous when Nina mentioned it. If there's a Trader Joe's on Mars, there's going to be some bullshit new Trader Joe's fantasy line of foods that's like the Martian themed products, like how they have the Trader Jose's and the Trader Ming's and the Trader Giotto. And I don't know what the name for the Mars Trader Joe flavors is going to be, but
Mars
I'm
bars?
scared.
Bars.
Nina, you got it in my brain.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. I do need to bounce out. I just need to go. But it's great to see you guys. Shout out to Nick and Jack, who I haven't seen in a while, and Raya as well. Your hair looked amazing from the last. It looked great. Nice stuff. Seriously, have fun. Thank you again, Reagan. I'll love to jump in again next time. Bye. Be safe. Be
Drew.
well.
Be good, man.
I try my best.
yeah, when you were talking about Space Invader movies and talking to aliens, it depends on what type of aliens. Now, if it's the aliens from Mars Attacks, I don't think that's going to be a long conversation. I think that's going to be a very short conversation. It's going to be filled with a lot of, oh God, what is that man's name? It's not unusual.
Tom Jones.
Tom Jones. Tom Jones.
Tom Jones.
Yeah,
Jones.
Tom
Jones.
Jones.
He was in Mars Attacks.
With a lot of Tom Jones music and a lot of beep beeps and all that other great stuff. Yeah, got to make sure it's a good alien like Doctor Who. That's who I would like to have a conversation with.
Yeah, I'll take him.
I'll take Doctor Who. Yep. All right. Next up is Jack. Are you ready?
I ready as I'll ever be.
All right. Let's see what we've got.
Oh, God damn it.
All right. The Star Trek Tribbles. Tribble Trouble. All right, your 5 minutes, whenever you're ready, Jack.
Okay, yeah. So first of all, I didn't know what the hell tribbles were, so I had to like Google it on my phone while we were talking. I was like, man, that is the one thing I have nothing to say about. I really hope that I don't get that one. But okay, so I saw that it was like from Star Trek. I wasn't sure. Okay, so I've never been Trekkie. I just don't. It's not something that interests me. I saw some of the new movies that came out, and I liked him. I liked him well enough. With I think Chris Pine was, the lead guy, and whoever played Leonard Nimoy's character did a good job. So yeah, I thought those were okay. They were nothing special. Like they were fun adventure movies. I've never seen the series Star Trek, the old one with William Shatner and Leonard Nimoy, but I did see the first movie that came out, not the second one, Wrath of Khan with Ricardo Montalban, but the first one. And the first one sucks. The first one is super boring. It's really long. It's like 2.5 hours long. And they find this like ship called V'ger, and like they're looking for V'ger the entire time, but it's like Voyager, but some of the letters got like smudged out. It sucks. It's super boring. And from there, I was like, I never want to watch Star Trek. I think that it was like a really revolutionary series from the 60s, just in terms of the issues it portrayed. It had a diverse cast. And so that's really cool. And it's actually kind of a blind spot that I've been meaning to get into, but I'm not huge into sci-fi series like space operas, like Star Trek or Star Wars. I've also never been a Star Wars guy either. Again, I've seen all the old movies. So, I know the canon, and I've seen some of the, I've seen like one of the new ones. It's nice that they were able to bring Harrison Ford back and Carrie Fisher before she passed away. This is great, but those are all just money grabs. So whatever. But yeah, never been a Trekkie, and probably never will be. That's my riff.
All right. Thank you, Jack.
Yeah.
I love it. Whereas like, I know enough.
Sure.
I know enough. I'm
Yeah.
good. I'm good. Okay, so if you don't like Star Trek and Star Wars, what do you like any sci-fi?
Yeah, so I'm just not big into like space operas. So I love like true sci-fi movies, like I think like Ex Machina. That was like, I think that was the best true sci-fi movie that's come out in a long time. Or I like dystopian future movies like Judge Dredd. Not the Stallone one, but the one that recently came out, I thought was great. So I like stuff like that. I took a class on utopias and dystopias when I was when I was in college. So I've read all of the necessary literature about those things. But yeah, that's the kind of sci-fi I like. Not so much space operas.
All right.
Jack, what are the necessary literatures that you would need to know to talk about like sci-fi?
Yeah, I mean, like, if you were gonna say go on a
college about it, yeah.
Yeah, if you were, let's say you were going to go on a date with someone who said in their profile that they like, they like sci-fi, I would recommend reading 1984 and Animal Farm is a good one. That's that's sci-fi. That one's not so much sci-fi, but you still should read it because it's good. So yeah, 1984, Brave New World, Handmaid's Tale. Read that one. It's good. Again, that's more dystopian future, but still. Yeah. So just bottom line, just 1984 and Brave New World. You read those two. If you can talk about those two, you're fine.
Okay.
Are you though?
This sounds like it actually happened, and that this is some sort of inside joke. So I'm going to ask Jack.
Yep.
You go on a date where all you talked about was 1984 and Brave New World, or was it vice versa?
With a dash of Animal Farm.
With a dash of Animal Farm for a little, a little sousance, a little piquant. Yes. Did that actually happen, Jack?
Have I been on a date like that?
Yeah.
Or just a date, yeah.
I mean, there have been so many in my long career that I'm sure it's happened a couple of times. So.
Okay. Couple of problems right there. Your career, dating your career.
Oh, my dating career. Okay. Yeah, that's what I meant. My dating career. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I love it. All right, and just a little, and also a little dash of Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah.
I mean, if there is ever a book that you want to get a lady into bed by talking about,
Handmaid's Tale.
Definitely The Handmaid's Tale.
Oh yeah, that's a panty dropper right there.
What did you say? What's the Handmaid's Tale?
Don't write it down.
It's not good advice. Jack is not giving good advice.
Don't do it. She will run.
Maybe give it a shot.
Oh, okay. Hey,
give it a shot. Hey, just like White Claw here, you just gotta. The first one might taste good, but you gotta give it a shot. All right, Lee.
Please.
Okay. Handmaid's Tale. Okay, I'll see what happens.
Let us know how it went.
Okay, I will.
Okay.
Without a doubt.
You know what, Nick?
Yeah.
You're next.
Hey, let's do this.
Jesus, what did you do? Oh my God.
Nick was Nick. We're all just in the aftermath.
All right, here we go.
Hopefully I know what I have to talk about.
If you don't, it actually makes it funnier. All right.
Yeah. So one of the H.G. Wells, talking about sci-fi authors and really a book you could talk about or a story, Jack, just for you or the world, I mean, first one usually on everybody's list. If you're going to go ahead and go on a date with anyone who says they're into sci-fi on their Bumble or Tinder or the Grinder date, really any kind of date. If you talk about War of the Worlds, I mean, you got something to talk about, whether it's the original radio broadcast, whether it's about the newspaper articles after said radio broadcast, all the way up to the terrible, just god-awful Tom Cruise movie that came out with Dakota Fanning. Was that Dakota Fanning as a young child? She had more fun in like 30 seconds of that film than I ever had watching that movie. I watched that movie with my parents. My dad was like, "Hey, let's rent a movie from the library, like you used to do as a family. You go to the library and rent movies and then torrent CDs, put it on your laptop, so you'd have a really cool music list." Going back to War of the Worlds, we watched it. Now, I have a family that is known for just falling asleep on the couch. We're very good at it. We're very good at putting something on. 5, 10, 15 minutes later, we're sleeping like gods. Sleeping like gods. War of the Worlds, 3 minutes in, my mom is passed out on the couch. The dog is given up. The dog's out. My dad has left the house and he's outside. He's going to the neighbor's house. He's the one that wanted to watch it. I'm over there and I tried to power through. War of the Worlds is such an interesting thing, because originally the radio play, it scared so many people. And that movie was so fucking boring. There was nothing entertaining about it. And I think what we're all really realizing here is that I don't know that much about H.G. Wells outside of War of the Worlds. But, I'll die on this grave. I'll die right here on this laptop in Wicker Park drinking my LaCroix, that no one needs to see War of the Worlds because it's not real sci-fi, according to Jack. You don't need to read it. You don't need to be able to even articulate it. When it comes to real literature, what we want to be able to talk about is like Captain Underpants. Now that's the kind of sci-fi that I want to talk about. All right, we're talking about different kind of things where these two kids go into their goddamn treehouse because their principal was so mean to them, so they want to turn him into a superhero, but also potentially a villain. It's very complicated in the first little bit of Captain Underpants. If you've never watched it or read it before, the movie, again, do not watch it, but the books are stellar. Now, if you want to go further down, Pickney, the author's catalog, you go to Super Diaper Babies. Now, that's when he really starts to stretch his quality of a writer, that's a baby that's got a diaper that makes him super. Now, when I'm talking about War of the Goddamn Worlds, that's who I want on my side. I want a baby with a poopy diaper that can do shit that nobody else can do. I don't want a robot. Okay, I don't want Sigourney Weaver, the incredible Sigourney Weaver, to be there with all of her majesty to take over. No, I want a cartoonish little baby who uses his poopy diaper to take over the aliens. I don't care if they're nice aliens. I don't care if they're bad aliens. I don't care if we're talking one from Mars Attacks. Mars Attacks shit. You know why? Because there's shit in that diaper right now. So if you want to talk about War of the Worlds, let's talk about the problem about babies pooping all over the place with nothing to do. Give a baby a brain like that one, world problems over. That's my riff.
Jesus. Did you just take off your hat?
Yeah.
It got real.
Like, I don't care who says anything. I'll fight a baby. I'll fight a baby right now.
The world needs more poopy diaper baby superpowers,
Yes, they're actually, babies pooping in a diaper is a superpower. If you've ever come across the poop that it goes up their back.
I don't.
And up, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't hang out around babies. I haven't since I myself was a baby. I don't.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to get a kid out of one of those diapers.
That's a real heated blanket if you ever saw one,
Probably
Just
need
slides right
to
up.
be a superhero to change a diaper, right?
Oh man, those kids. Yeah, that's what you need to defend the earth. Just surround the earth with a bunch of baby diapers, and then there you go. You don't need.
It doesn't matter what life form you are. If you saw, you're like, "What's this?" It's a white little thing.
And then you smelled it,
touched it.
Yep.
Ah.
That coming at you, yeah, you would run away scared.
You don't need to you don't need to take a sci-fi class in college to talk about that,
No, you do not.
Talk about dirty diaper babies on the date, and you're gonna find the love of your life, Jack.
Yes. Okay. So you start the date with Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah.
You start the date with that. You start off hard. You just go for hard. Okay. Then after that, you take it down a notch. You take it down a little bit. You get into War of the Worlds. All right. You take it down. Then you add in 1984. And then you up it a little bit with Animal. Oh, wait, nope.
I was just gonna say it's important at some point in the date when you are talking about sci-fi that you mention Sigourney Weaver used to be hot.
Yeah.
Because of course,
but
if you're the one talking throughout the date, your opinion is the only one that matters.
Yep.
And your view of women as desirable or undesirable obviously informs the other about 7 billion humans on the planet. And so it's really important that your view on one particular talented, skilled career woman is noted.
You do that before Animal Farm, and then after that, you bring it home with the baby diapers. Bring it home with the baby diapers. There it is. That is how you make a date.
That's
all right.
the formula.
Crack the formula.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's you know what, Jack? That's how you bat 300 in your dating career.
There it is. There it is. There it is. I think
go.
that if we all do that this year, we will all meet the love of our lives.
Hey.
Yep. There it is. You've heard it.
Sounds like a plan.
Yep. You've heard it here on the Riff. All right. Raya, you ready?
Yeah.
All right.
I wrote down some of the topics just so I could keep them in my brain. I think I have the list of what's up there. So you can spin the wheel, but I might make the choice for myself.
All right. All right. That you could see that I'm a stickler for the rules, that I am very militant about all of this. So yeah.
There's also the video delay, so I wanted to make sure to have information just in case.
I get it.
Death Ray.
Yeah, Death Ray. All right. Whenever you're ready, Raya.
Okay. So I, pre-pandemic, had a conversation with someone I thought I was going to go on a date with, about the idea of capital punishment. And his question, as posed to me, was if you became sovereign, all-powerful dictator, I said, benevolent overlord princess is my chosen title. How would you change society? What would you do to make it better? We really stuck on the idea of the criminal justice system. I had so many other reforms that I wanted to talk about that would then tie in with having a less of a need for a criminal justice system and to focus on rehabilitation. But he got really stuck on the idea that no, you just have to kill Nazis. Now, of course, the goal in my society is no one is a Nazi, because there's no hatred, because you have a supreme benevolent princess. Why would you be mad at anything? And then we got onto methods of execution. By this point in the conversation, the date possibility was over. I would like to clarify. I'm not a fan of killing in general. Like, just, I think it's a bad idea. Like, it's a bad idea to kill people. And we were really stuck on then like the methods of execution, because lethal injection, whether it's the single injection, the 2-injection cocktail, big issues there. There was a botched one that had just happened in the news when we were talking about this. You know, I know guillotines are coming back into the pop culture moment. It wasn't in the zeitgeist at that moment, but I am so excited to see them used as protests. I'm not using them, but it's a cool aesthetic. Electric chairs are no good. I grew up with my mom telling me about old Sparky and how when she was in college, they would have the lights flicker, knowing when an execution was happening at the prison in the next town over. So coming up with an elegant solution to commit the judicial system murders in a capital punishment sense, I think a death ray would be an elegant solution. Again, not a fan of it in general, but if I had to choose between electric chair, guillotine, lethal injections, or a death ray that maybe just instantly vaporizes them, I think that's a sci-fi element that might just be sci-future. I know that in the ancient history, the Spartans were said to have created a death ray that involved polishing shields really shiny and then focusing them at the correct angle. Mythbusters tested it. It was busted. There's a great clip online of Jamie Hyneman standing and saying, "I'm standing directly in the path of our death ray and I am still alive. We have failed." So I think the concept of a death ray as an elegant solution to capital punishment, I'm on board for. As just like a scientific project, you know, I think there's better money. There's places where our money could be better spent. But if they're not going to take all of this money out of the budget for defense contractors, at least put it towards something good, like a death ray. Like, make it worth it, you know? Make it worth it. I don't know. I think more important than a death ray, we should be concerned about making sure that we don't have to use the death ray in general. So death ray for capital punishment, sure, but let's not get there. That's my riff.
Yes, excellent, excellent, excellent. I would just like to say, like the guys in Monty Python told us, no one wakes up saying they want to be a Nazi. It takes time, it takes cultivation, and then eventually it happens. You know, nobody expects a Spanish Inquisition. No one expects a Nazi. It just happens and it just comes about, kind of thing.
Yeah, they, you know, it didn't rise overnight, didn't fall overnight.
Nope.
You know, there's a reason why people who sometimes have hate tattoos then get them covered up or removed.
There you go. There you go.
You're not born
Nope.
with hate, and you can learn and be exposed and not be hateful.
There you go.
And if you have a benevolent overlord who's a princess,
Yes. There you go. You got it. That's what we need. We need a benevolent overlord, and we need to bring back Spartans. I think we need to bring back Spartans. Okay. I'm going to say this, and Jack, see if you agree with me. 300, best movie ever made.
Well, I do like Gerard Butler. You know, he's in a lot of good romantic comedies, like the one with Katherine Heigl.
that's not a good one.
No, that's not good. I watched it on Netflix over the break, though. Hey, Raya, you know, you said Old Sparky. I actually just read Stephen King's The Green Mile, and so that reference made me happy because they use that a lot in there. I read a lot, so like whatever.
I have a feeling that most electric chairs were nicknamed Old Sparky.
Really, that's disappointing. I thought it was I was giving Stephen King credit for that one, but I guess no.
I mean, he's very creative.
Yeah.
He created a whole town in Maine, but I don't. Yeah. I don't think he spent a lot of time in Alachua County.
Okay, yeah. You know, it's funny. Whenever I talk to a girl who's from Maine, I always say, "Oh, cool. Have you met Stephen King?" That's like my big joke. That's my joke about Maine. So there you go. You know.
You don't go to Lobster. You go to Stephen King.
I go straight to Stephen King. I go straight to Stephen King.
Okay.
But I'll do Lobster next time though. That's a good
Lobster,
one.
Acadia National Forest, furthest east. You know.
Sweaters. People in Maine have nice sweaters too.
Oh, sweaters.
Sweaters.
Oh, nice sweater.
Yeah. Yeah, they like sweaters. They like them a lot. I have gotten so much insight into all of you here tonight. It is fascinating, and it is just wonderful to see. We have two guests with us. Angela, I do know, and we have another guest. So we're going to wave at you. You can come on if you want to, or wave at us, or say hello, or however you want.
The Sarahs aren't quite camera ready. But hello, and thank you so much for sharing your insights.
The Riff.
I recognize that voice.
Friends of one Nick Castellanos.
Yeah.
The, not
That's correct. That's an important distinction.
Yes, we have to make sure that we put the in front of that.
In the contract, it's just
It's not contractual. All right. Okay. All right. So I guess that means, let's see what I get with this one. Fingers crossed. Jesus. All right, hardware wars. Okay, so I'm going to be very honest here. I have no idea what the hell hardware wars are. I don't know. I don't understand it. All I can picture right now is a bunch of people inside of an Ace Hardware having a battle about, is it a Phillips screw or is it not a Phillips screw? That's all I can think of right now. But I guess, okay, we're going to talk about sci-fi and things of that nature. The dystopian future seems to be like the thing that that everybody seems to enjoy. It seems to be like the genre of choice for everybody, that dystopian future. And it's like, you know what? We might be getting a little bit too close to reality right now. So can we take it back? Can we take it back to like the fun times, the fun aliens coming to visit us? You know, like, let's go to see that planet from that guy from Deadpool 2, Mojo World. I would like to see a little bit more about Mojo World. How exactly did he get here? Why is he here? Is he here to help us? Or is he here to basically just tell us that he's all better than everybody else? I think that we need another Superman origin story. I don't think that we've done that enough. I don't think we've explored that enough. Okay, I would like to know a little bit more. Did Jor-El send him intentionally to Earth? Why intentionally to Earth? There are other planets that he could have been sent to. Did he already know that Kal would become Superman? Did he predict this? I basically, I just want a movie that features my favorite Australian just a little bit more. I like to know a little bit more. Like, did he and his wife know that they could procreate a child on their own? Did they have this conversation? I want to know what that date was like. Did he start the date off with saying, hey, baby, let me talk to you a little bit about Captain Underpants? And then he was like, all right, so after Captain Underpants, let's do a little Handmaid's Tale. I'm gonna hit you with a little Handmaid's Tale. And then after a little bit of Handmaid's Tale, he took it back. He took it back a little bit, took a little funny, talked a little bit about Mars Attacks. Mars Attacks, okay, good movie, a lot of fun. Tom Jones is not unusual. Let's dance it, baby. And then, you know, he took it a little bit forward. Animal Farm, I almost said Animal Planet. Animal Farm, well, you know, animals taking over, you know, and he's like, hey, are you getting into this? You want to start a revolution? You and me, a revolution. It starts in the bedroom. All right. So then he takes her to the bedroom because they're about to start the little revolution, you know, starts a little, you know, a little jazz music, starts a little bit about dirty underpants. Hey, baby, you want to create a creature that can shit in such a way that it clears out an entire room? All right. That's you and me. All right. I'm about to give you the best 5 minutes of your life. Because honestly, if you think about it, if they're not procreating in, you know, Man of Steel, are they having sex? See, these are things that we have to understand, that we have to know, we have to investigate. All right. We got to understand this. Also, I would like to know, did Kal become so powerful and strong because he was created sexually? Or would he have been weaker or stronger if he had been produced asexually? Asexual reproduction. That's something that we got to get into. We got to investigate that shit. All right. We got to understand that. You know, was there a little parthenogenesis there? You know, a little parthenogenesis? I like saying parthenogenesis, and I'm going to keep saying parthenogenesis. I also like saying ovoviviparous. oviparous, and viviparous, because it shows how smart I am. See, that's how you show a date that you're smart. Throw in some random words that don't mean shit, right? That's how you do it. All right, that's my time.
That's how you do a date.
Yeah. Do you know why Kal-El is so powerful as Superman?
It was the sun, right?
Yeah, it's the sun.
Right.
The sun's a different color and the wavelength fucks with him.
Right. But I am curious. If they had sent one of the little AQB thingies down here instead of him, would it have been as effective?
Oh, sure.
Because you're copying a recipe. You know, think of it sort of like a Xerox machine. If you keep copying over and over again, you're gonna wind up with shit.
Yeah, there's a degradation that happens after 2 or 3. There's a significant enough difference that it's not hot anymore.
Yeah. See, this is how you do first dates.
Yeah, you know, and Reagan, you mentioned origin stories. Like you mentioned Superman. When they make the new Batman movie, I hope they go into his origin story a little bit. You know, I mean, I really don't know. Why did he become Batman? Like, what was the reason for it? Like, they've never gone into that before in any of the movies. Like, why did he become Batman? So I would really like to.
So they need to take it from where the Joker left off. All right, because Joker had
the Joaquin Phoenix Joker that we just had.
Yes. Started from there. Continue it, because we don't know why Batman is Batman. Why did he become Batman? Did he have a conversation with Alfred?
So
what happened there?
I'm not sure if you guys have done this, but earlier in this lockdown, I watched a lot of different superhero content. I spent 3 days watching the entire MCU, and then I watched the entire Gotham television series. You remember the one on Fox that wasn't supposed to be about Batman? It was about Batman at the end. So Jack, if you have any questions about why Batman is Batman, you know, there are a couple different iterations, but it's pretty simple. He was really sad because somebody killed his parents. And then he was like, oh no, someone killed my parents. Let me go be an emotionally isolated child. Then turns out I'm a billionaire, and let me be an obnoxious teenager with billions of dollars. And then his hand, he didn't stab the knife, but his hand was used to kill someone, who then was resurrected. So it's like, why are you so messed up? Like, he's not actually dead. Yeah. Right? So it's Batman's Batman because he's a whiny ass baby.
Okay. So instead of going and getting therapy like everybody else does, he became Batman. All right. Yeah. All right. I like
I thought you were gonna say it was
$180,000 of body armor before going to therapy.
Thank you. Yeah, there it is.
I thought you were gonna say he became Batman because his pet bat died or something like that, you know.
We don't need to bring pet bats into
this. I guess that's not the reason, you know.
We don't need to bring pet bats into this. We
pet, you know, like, you know, young kids, sure, you know, like guys have, you know, I don't know if you've ever caught like a sparrow or a pigeon, you know, if it only lasts a couple of days, you know what I mean? So, you know, so I was thinking like, you know, why I'm not I don't know today why I'm not Sparrow Man or Pigeon Man, because all the sparrows and pigeons I had as a boy, after a couple of days, it's like, you know, you come to the cage the next day and, you know, you shake it and hey, wake up, bird. And
okay,
so you know, I just thought you was going to say
you don't need a death ray. We just need to be in a cage. That's all we need.
Okay, we're opening that new layer into who you are.
This is a lot of I don't like it.
You know, why does everything have to be so complicated? You know.
Hey,
You know,
Avril Lavigne said it best.
Why do we?
Nick with the timely reference.
Yeah. So yeah, that's.
All right. So I would like to thank all of my guests.
I just knew you were gonna say that. You know, he had a
Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
tragic experience with a bat. You
Nick,
know.
Raya,
Oh well.
the Sarahs, Angela, Angela showing us her face. Hello.
Foster.
Yes.
Hi.
So I'm going to end the recording saying thank you all so very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you.